Hi folks, welcome back to my channel, Dee vs. Debt. This is Dee, and today I'm showing you how to make cash envelopes without using a heat laminator. So maybe you don't want to invest the money in buying a laminating machine, or maybe you don't want to use something with heat because you're doing a project with kids, or maybe you're like me and you found these awesome Xyron machines at your thrift store, and so you're making the best use of them. I have a favorite thrift store that I go to, and I find these there regularly. In fact, this last time I was there, I actually passed up on the opportunity to buy one. I think people assume when they run out of the cartridge that the machine no longer works, or they're just too lazy to buy a new one, and so they donate them. So I'm finding these regularly. I have one that I use for sticker making, and then this one is for laminating. It's hard to see in there, but it says two-sided laminate. So it's about 5.5 inches across, and it has about a 20-foot roll of laminating tape inside. And I just found it for a few dollars, so I'm making the most use of it. And these machines are real easy, and they're just great. I love them. So my niece had made me cash envelopes made with regular laminating, what are these called, envelopes? And I decided, well, I've got this guy sitting around. Let's see if I can make a few more envelopes on my own. I did a trial one, a practice one, and there is definitely a difference in feel. Like, these are stiffer and these are more bendable. So it's more like this lays, because there's no heat, like a really thick tape on there. So I experimented with sizes. This one is 7x3, which is the size that most people make their cash envelopes. So I decided to see if I could go a little bit smaller and if that made a difference. So for example, this one's 6.5, and the dollar bill fits perfectly into here. And because it's soft and flexible, it opens up. So we'll see how this does. I made one that is a standard size, 7x3, and another one that is 6.25 by 3. So we'll see how it goes. So these are the ones I pre-cut ahead of time. These are just made with decorative paper that I found and thought was really pretty. So these glitter ones I thought were really cool. I had originally tried one using cardstock, because I figured it would make the envelope nice and sturdy. However, it was having a hard time getting the adhesive tape to stick to it. So I guess it was too thick. So just regular paper is fine. So what you need to do is you get your paper. In this case, I'm going to use this pretty glittery paper. And you fold it in half. The only problem that I noticed when making these cash envelopes is that there's a lot of waste. So because your envelope is 7x3, a lot of the paper goes unused. So once you fold your paper in half, you're going to measure out your size of the envelope. So I'm going to measure my 7 inches across and the 3 inches deep. Then I'm going to get my handy dandy little cutting tool. The nice thing about it is it has this wire that lets you see exactly where you're cutting, so it helps you keep your place. So I'm going to cut this way first. And because this is a thicker paper, the glitter paper, I'm going to run it back and forth a few times to make sure that it cuts cleanly through. And this I'm going to just reuse for other things. I can make like tags or, you know, just different things like that. Or cut it out and use it in the planner as little like washi tape kind of things, or just however you want to get creative with it. Then you find your other mark that you make and you cut that. And now this is the leftover stuff. And here is your cash envelope. Again, it's open on the inside, and this is what it looks like folded up. So now to run it through the machine, you feed it in through here, you roll the little lever, and it comes out of the other side. It has this neat little cutter here that cuts through the laminate. So I'm going to go ahead and run this pretty little cactus paper through. So you just center it into your feet so that it doesn't go through crooked. And you just roll. And as you can see, it spit out the envelope on the other side. So you just cut it, and now you have your first cash envelope. So I'm going to leave it to the side view, run my second one through there. Again, just place it, roll it, and cut it. Super easy. And here comes my last one. And just put it down and cut. And so now what you need to do is that you're going to go through and cut around along the border. So you have to be careful not to get too close, because if you cut too close, there's like this little air pocket between where the paper ends and the laminate begins. If you cut along that, it opens up. The only place you want to do that is at the top of your paper where the money is going to go in. But for the rest of it, you want to leave a bit of space so that it doesn't separate. Also, because again, this is basically just super thick tape, I like to run my fingers along the edges and just really smash down those borders just to make sure that it's sticking. So again, as I'm cutting along, I leave a little bit of a border. And then the top here, where my money is going to go in, I want to actually open up that pocket. So I cut right along the edge. And so now I can open it up and my money goes in there and my receipts. But for the rest of it, it stays sealed. So again, I still like to run my fingernails across here and make sure that it's a tight seal. And also, if you don't like these little sharp edges, not sure if you can see it too well, you can just kind of round it off with your scissors. And now you can keep these in a wallet or in your purse or in the car, wherever you want. And you just tuck your money in, and then whatever envelope that you need, you just grab it, take it with you into the store or the restaurant or wherever you're going to spend that money, and you're all set. So I'm excited to start using this and see how they compare to the regular laminate one. But again, this is just an alternative method to creating your cash envelopes. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.